I used to be a DC fan, but not really, because the last Batman movie that came out, I don't know if you remember, he had Tom Hardy, who was playing Bane. I didn't really like Tom Hardy as Bane, because to me, he sounded like a guy who was talking in between hitting a joint, you know? Like, he was like, let's not stand on formality here. Mr. Wayne. Oh, so you think the darkness is your ally. But you merely adopted the dark. I was born into it. Born in by it, you know. And then between him and like Batman sounding like throat cancer, it's just kind of ridiculous. Like Batman just like, Bane. And then Bane's just there smoking like, Batman, you need to chill out, man. In fact, you should change your name to Chill Out Man. Because that's what you need to do. I don't know, I wrote that last part when I was high, so that's probably why it gets kind of weird. Guy gets it. Yeah, so I'm not a big fan of like the DC thing, and I'm a big fan of weed. And I recently read a study though that said that when you smoke weed, men who smoke weed may become infertile. And I feel like what science is trying to tell me is that if I smoke weed, I don't have to use condoms anymore. Which is good, you know, because I don't like them. I don't know how condoms feel for a woman, because I don't care how a woman feels during sex, but... Never said I was a big guy. You know, but I can tell you for a man, having sex with a condom on is like watching a fireworks show on TV. It's just not the same, you know? If you don't know what I'm talking about, you've either never had sex with a condom on, or you've never seen a fireworks show, and I recommend you do one before you die. Do one of them. I'm not going to tell you which, because I'm not that type of person. But, what else we got going on here? So, for this next joke, I went to a Native American History Museum. Went to a Native American History Museum, and it was really great. You know, I was really touched. I was profound, especially at the end when they talked about the Native Americans' last resistance. You know, they did the sacramental ghost dance in order to bring back the buffalo. You know, and when that didn't work, they tried to raise the money for them by opening up casinos. It was amazing. I loved it. No, I think it's weird, you know, because for like a culture that doesn't believe in land possession, they'll take your fucking car if you put it up in their goddamn casinos. That's a little risk of warning. That's why I walked here. But have you guys heard of the new Kanye West Bible, the Book of Yeezus, as it's called? Basically, what it is somebody took the Book of Genesis and they replaced every mention of the word God with Kanye West. So instead of in the beginning there was God, it's now in the beginning there was Kanye. And by doing that, by replacing God with Kanye, I couldn't believe it, but somehow they made God seem like even more of an asshole. Which, if you've ever read the Bible, it's not a very easy thing to do. So I almost gotta like tip my hat to him. But the creator of it, he was interviewed and he said like, well, it's a fresh new twist on the Bible. And I'm like, no, it's not. You just replace one word for another. You could quite possibly be the laziest writer of all time. But if that's true, if it did make a twist on it, then we should just do that with other books too. We should just replace other literary characters with Kanye, you know? Like, we should take To Kill a Mockingbird and replace Atticus Finch's daughter, Scout, with a lovely, adorable Kanye. Or instead of Charlotte's Web, we could have Kanye's Web, you know? We could take Huckleberry Finn and replace him with Kanye West, and as an added bonus, we don't even have to take out the N-word. There you go, I don't know, that's what I call a win-win, people. So I mentioned I'm Mexican. I am Mexican, but I'm not like Mexican, like I hate doing yard work, you know? And I'm not a big fan of immigration either, you know? Like I think we should take all the Mexicans who we catch coming into this country illegally, and instead of sending them back to Mexico, we should send them to the Middle East. Just kind of let them deal with it for a while, is what I'm thinking. The only downside I can think of that plan is that the Mexicans might side with the terrorists. And if there's one thing Mexicans know how to do, it's sneak into America.